there, Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan. We're looking now at a year 2000 Honda Vamos, which replaced the Active van as the K van for Honda. Now this one here has 110,000 kilometers, was bought from auction here in Japan. We're going to be exporting it over to the USA under the 25-year rule. And this one here, the Vamos, got away from its cargo vehicle roots when it came to the this generation of it. And so you do get a much more comfortable interior here, which I'll show in a second. But for now, just a quick little rev for you. So as you can hear, the 660cc engine works nice and well. Usually this is where I'll shut off the engine, but this one here, I would prefer not to shut off the engine because we have a dead battery. This was mentioned on the auction inspection sheet. Gotta say, Honda, don't put the battery here. So this one here, you can see it's loose. It's because the battery is underneath it. You have to pull the washer bottle out to get the battery, which is weird because usually K-vans have the battery right here in the side sill. If it's not there, it's on the inside underneath the carpet. But in this generation, underneath the washer bottle. Thanks, Honda. Favorite car company does something like this. You're killing me. Now look at this, aftermarket horns on this. Funny when a tiny little vehicle has a giant horn like that. And your clip for the hood prop is broken. Close this up. Quick look at the vehicle. And I'd say overall really good condition for this one being a two-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive model. Paint is your biggest problem on the hood and the roof. Otherwise, I think it's looking pretty decent, especially since they called this a D exterior, C interior. I think it's well better than that. Okay, so let's go over this, and this one here, just bear with me. It's a little harder to read when it's written out like this because there's no spaces in between each word because that's how Japanese is. And I'm not that good at Japanese. Okay, so year 2000 Vamos is the grade L with 110,000 kilometers on it. 660cc, the HM1, meaning the two-wheel drive. Power steering, power windows, and airbag. 5-speed manual on this, and of course AC, which does work. Got the page folded like this so that it covers the price that we paid for it because that is a secret. But if you want to know how much these cost, including how much to get it into your country, send us an email. The link to that is in the description. Okay, so here we have caution plate is damaged. I actually didn't show you there, but there is a little bit of scratches on the caution plate, which is the VIN plate. They also have another VIN number etched onto the chassis, so it's not a huge deal. I would say no problem with that. Central door locking doesn't work, and as a result, I think one of the doors is stuck, unable to be opened from the outside. Let's just see if we can open that. That one's good. Wow, weird thing to find on the floor. I'll pop that back in after. But then this one here, can we open? Just want to check all your doors, make sure they work. And yeah, this is the one. You can see a broken handle here. Even when it's unlocked, not able to work. So that would be the driver's side. Opposite of which side that you would use to drop off people on the side of the road though. So openable from the inside, but not from the outside. Anyways, back to the sheet here. So the central locking doesn't work. The underside has surface rust. Headlights are cloudy. Door handle doesn't work. That's the one I just showed you. Engine oil leak. Not dripping on the ground, so I'd say it's fine to ship. Oftentimes when it says engine oil leak, it's going to be fine. If it is big enough to leak down on the ground, you won't be able to ship, and you'll have to have it repaired in Japan, and of course we can set that up for you. Seat is saggy. Headliner is slightly worn. Wear on the door card, medium size. Sorry, scratches on the door card, small size. Center pillar. Center pillar S. Belt scratched. Don't really know what they mean. S is for rust, but center pillar would be here. And I don't know, I'm not seeing any rust here. Center pillar rust. Maybe a good idea to get this one. Check over your translation. If you're the owner of this, I went to go get into the back, but I can't. Let's just open it from here. Center pillar rust. Now S is for light rust, but I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, it's weird. Perhaps there's something I misunderstand. I'm not usually the person who's doing the translations on these, so. Okay, yeah, belt scratches and dents. Anyway, door mirror scratched, molding, deterioration, battery is dead, winter tires on it. And then you look here, we have P3, which is bad paint damage there and there. Windshield rock chip, which usually is nothing to worry about. I'm having a quick scan over it. I'm not seeing anything that needs to be pointed out. Rock chips are usually smaller than 1 millimeter. So for example, this one here, see right between my fingers? Yeah. Replaced hatch on the back, repainted 2 doors here and a medium dent, which I really couldn't find on that door. Okay, so the exterior has faded paint, but that seems to be the biggest problem. Now we'll come back to it, but before we do that, let's do a once around. Take a quick look. That's the Modulo upgraded grille and front bumper with the integrated fog lights. And then steel wheels on this one. Of course, it would look super cool with some aftermarket wheels. And of course, the Vamos being a K truck is the biggest possible size to fit within the K size restriction. So there's a width and a length restriction, and all these K vans fit into the exact same width and length. And then the back of it, kind of a step wagon look to it, isn't it? The Honda step wagon.
Want to see us having fun in Japan? Go check out our new channel. Link in the description.
I think these are pretty smart looking cars and a decent amount, you know, more modern and cooler looking than the Acti from which Honda used to have. I don't think they had any Acti vans from this generation, or maybe if they did, they split it off with the cargo vehicles becoming the Acti. And then the passenger vehicles, or the Acti town vehicles, would become the Vamos. Okay, so quick look at the damages. I quite like that bumper, but a little bit of deterioration inside the fog light on both sides. Headlights, just like they said, a little bit yellow, and then some fade in the electroplating there. Also faded on the top of the hood. You can see it's no longer shiny. And windshield wipers have been painted, but the paint that they used shrunk and multi-cracked like that. So in fact, it does look worse than had it not been painted. A little bit of damage on the mirrors. You can see something used to be stuck onto it, like some tape, a few stripes of tape, and then scratches there. Let's boost up here. Yep, pretty faded up there, but keep in mind it is pretty high up, and so it's not going to be that noticed by too many people. Coming down the side panel, I'm thinking the paint is looking pretty good. The paint, you know, these are old now. We're looking at a 25-year-old vehicle with paint that still looks this good on the sides. You don't want the paint on the sides to do what the top and the hood have done. So keep that paint in good condition. If you do choose to get the paint on the top and the hood repainted, get them also to coat the rest of the body, just so that it lasts a good long time. Here's the molding deterioration that they were talking about. You'll have to repaint something like that, but probably a good idea to do it. It'll prevent it from getting worse. Got a little bit of hard watermarks here and some scratches around the door handles. Now remember, they said there was a U2 on this door. U2 should be a medium-sized dent. I'm not really seeing it. And I find that this auction, Honda Auto Auctions, tends to be a little bit finicky, and the prices tend to be a little on the good side. But this one, can't say the price, but I was very impressed with how much we got this for considering the condition. Now you can see here, there used to be a little extension put on right here. This is so that the vehicle can be legal. You're allowed to extend it just a little bit with a stick-on material if you put a larger tire that comes out past the edge here. Of course, it is on the stock wheels right now, but previously it would have had an aftermarket one that just pokes a teeny bit, hence the need to put those on in order to get the car legal for registration. Okay, so we've seen the whole outside. Now we're going to go have a quick look at the inside. And our central locking's broken. And guess who doesn't want to have to boost up the vehicle again? That's the whole reason I left it running. I'm going to have to do that anyway. Now I did check with a multimeter, one that's on the ground right there. The alternator is a little on the weak side. You're supposed to be getting out like a 14.1, 14.2. This one's putting out 13.7. So the alternator probably needs to be repaired. We can get that done here in Japan if you want. There might be some delay in shipping though. We've got a number of broken vehicles lining up in order to get serviced. And so I don't think it's mandatory, but you'll be changing your battery once every year or so if you don't. Okay. So for being a cargo vehicle, the interior of here is gorgeous. That looks great. And then they did their own personal customization by putting a linoleum onto the back here with a little cutout for the rear defroster. Cool. Okay, and you get little slots to put things. Perhaps a bottle would go in there and some books there. You can fold all these seats down. You can sleep in it. This can be your house, because shouldn't be saying it, but nobody can afford a house in North America anymore. And JDM cars to the rescue, I guess. Close this off. We're going to go in on this side, because apparently the other side can't open. Of course, that as well is something that we can have repaired here, but again, chance of it getting delayed for shipping. Okay, so the way that these seats work, and this is the cargo routes for the vehicle, is the top piece flips down onto here, and the whole thing kind of snakes underneath these seats in front, leaving you a full flat floor right from the back all the way to right here. It is excellent. Hence why you can also sleep in it. And then the pattern on these seats, totally digging that. 1990s, even though it's a year 2000 vehicle, they were still grasping on to the straws of the 90s. This one here, it's just got a spring clip, so it pops right in. You can pop that in. Okay. A place to hang things. I don't know why, but these are popular in Japanese cars. Hang your laundry in the back, because everyone here wears those Y shirts. I don't even know if Y shirt is the right word for it outside Japan, but it's basically a button-up t-shirt that people use to go to work in, because my gosh, Japan gets hot. Into the front here, pretty decent place to be. A little bit of damage on the door I'm seeing here. You got a tiny little scratch over here. And the electroplating has come off of the plastic. Thank you. Be quiet though. Okay. Oh, teeny tiny little speaker here. So speaker there and speaker here, but cool that they put tweeters into the doors. Something you typically wouldn't see on a cheaper or lower end vehicle like this. Quick pan of the interior, very K-car-like. Again, you see in the nicer seats than you'll see in an Acti. The Acti would have vinyl seats usually. This one has the fabric, and it looks like it's a fairly hard-wearing seat. Nice to see. And yeah, get in. Probably best if you're 6 feet tall or shorter, because you're going to be pretty cramped in here. And good condition steering wheel. Good condition everything here. Dual airbags. Random plastic. The auction sheet is in there as well. AC working really nice and well. Got 4 AC vents. Pretty decent. A little place to put things. Again, cargo routes coming through. Cool. Okay, and of course power steering. Has a little bit of a discoloration of the dashboard there. Tape deck. Even funny for the year 2000. Tapes were pretty much done by then, but I guess Honda had some tape decks that they hadn't used up yet. And the flare for the Japanese regulations, you need to have a road flare. 5-speed manual transmission, shifts fine. You get a couple of cup holders down here, but no big gulps are going into those. So somebody should make conversions that go from like 12-ounce can to big gulp size so that you can slot it into there and then have whatever drink size that you want. Okay. So, generally speaking, I'd say I'm pretty happy with the condition of this. If you know the amount that we got this for, you'd be happy to hear about that. So as usual, if you're interested in picking a car up from Japan, check us out. Pacific Coast Auto. We're easy to find on the internet. My name is Derek Weldon, and this is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.